All right, let's get back to a panel discussion here in studio. Once again, I'll introduce my guest, Sandra Franklin, security analyst. We have Professor Ori Tumbo, who is a political commentator, as well as Richard Tuta, security analyst. Gentlemen, we expect about 3 press briefings in the next coming hour from NASA, Jubilee, and one of the other presidential candidates, that is Ekuru Aukot. A briefing expected from the Bomas of Kenya. And of course, as your guess is as good as mine, it will be based on the whole election process. But what really do you expect to come out of either of these briefings? Richard, I'll start with you.
I think what I would expect, Ekuru Aukot is like a flower girl into this process. So I will not discuss about or maybe prevent or preempt what he's going to say about the process. But one thing that is coming out clearly is that there is a hide and seek game between Jubilee and NASA. What they are doing, they are using a strategy. And a strategy is like a game of chess, that how you move depends on how your adversary moves. And that's why you will see there is still that wait and see approach. Jubilee is waiting for NASA to do it first. NASA is waiting for Jubilee to do it first. But now the question will be, who gonna set the agenda for the other? Who will put the other one on the offensive and to be on the defensive? That is the question. And I am seeing a situation whereby there is a likelihood that Raila, being the Raila that we know, might end up again putting both Jubilee and IBC again on the defensive. And that has always been his trademark. So we expect, what I'm foreseeing is a situation whereby NASA side might come again with some allegation that might be aimed at discrediting the entire process. Because the more the entire process is discredited, the more it is to their advantage.
Do you agree, Prof?
By and large, yes. At the moment, if you look at the whole process, it is stuck in murky waters. What is likely to happen in the next several briefings is that there is an attempt to inject some energy into the process so that it can move forward rather than sitting there just doing nothing, waiting for 34A or 34B to arrive. So I'm suspecting, rightly, I agree with Richard, that particularly if you look at this whole, from the campaign period up to now, there seemed to be a trend whereby NASA, every time they came out with a statement, they set the agenda. And the Jubilee spent the following week responding to that agenda. Once it has died down, again they came out and set another one. Now, this is contrary to what you normally expect from a point of view of incumbency, whereby the incumbent sends the agenda. It is up to the opposition to satisfactorily challenge it. Now, in this specific case...
All right, Prof.
Yes.
Let's just hang...